Hello everyone, this is Kino Darkbase and this is the Zur inventory review and location for the date of October 21st to October 24th, season of the Plunder. So first things first, Zur is located in the Winding Cove in the EDZ. So let's see what Zur has brought for us this week. Okay, the first one is Arbalest, a really good weapon, linear fusion rifle. It goes in the kinetic slot and it is one of the best weapons for Masters and Grandmasters Nightfall. So pick this one up if you do not have one. Let's move on to the next one. It's the leg armor for Hunters. It's the Frosties, 67, really good overall stats, but a bit too much strength in my opinion. If you're going for the strength build or the melee build, it's okay, but a bit too less of mobility and discipline. So yeah, it's just okay. Only pick this one up if you do not have one. If not, you can probably skip it. Let's move on to the next one. It's the gauntlets for the Titan, the Ursa Furiosa. It's 62 overall stats. It's decent with a bit too much mobility, not the spike in the right one. Resilience would have been really good, but well, it's what it is. So only pick this one up if you do not own this one, this specific gauntlet. And let's move on to the Warlocks. It's the gauntlet, Castine armlets, and it's 67 with really good spike on mobility and discipline. It's really good, but for Warlocks, mostly you would want to go recovery and discipline, but it's still okay, I guess. It's melee kills to restore health for a short duration, so this one is okay, but I would suggest you just don't pick this one up because too much mobility spike. Okay, so let's move on to the weapons now. The auto rifle Chroma Rush with Feeding Frenzy and Wellspring. As of right now, the auto rifles got buffed, so if you do not have this specific auto rifle, get this one. If not, this is more of a PvE role, and yeah, if you want this for PvP, get it then. If not, just skip it. The next one is Whispering Slab, a really good bow, but the perks on this one is not that good. You would ideally want something like Archer's Tempo on this weapon, but yeah, accuracy masterwork though. Swashbuckler is not really good, but not that great for a bow. So yeah, just skip this one. The next one is Great Skipper Pulse Rifle. This one is a good PvE role. Tunnel Vision, but Tunnel Vision is actually a PvP role and Frenzy is a PvE, so it's kind of on the middle, but yeah, it does have range masterwork though. If you do not own it, get it. If not, you could just skip this one. The next one is Truth Teller. Oh, auto loading and demolitionist. Wow, that is actually really good. And it's handling masterwork as well. High velocity implosion. Wow, this one is actually a really good truth teller because of the auto loading and demolitionist. This one is really good. Pick this one up if you do not have one. You can press to fire, or you can release the trigger whenever you want to detonate it. So yeah, this one is really good. Pick this one up. In fact, I might even pick one up myself. Yeah. So let's move on to the next one. The sidearm. Feeding Frenzy and Unrelenting. Not that good. Although the sidearms did get buffed. But yeah, it's still not a good role. So just skip this one. As for the next one, Machine Gun. Auto loading and Vorpal. Wow. Wow, this brought some decent weapon. Oh, ricochet rounds as well. Fluted and hammer forged. Yeah, this one is a really good 7 setup. So if you do not have one, just pick this one up. This is really good. Heck, I'd say if you even have one, pick this one up. This one is a really good one. Yeah, pick that one up. That is really good. And as for the what? Moving target and opening shot. Oh, yeah. You would ideally want snapshot. I thought this was snapshot. This one is okay, but yeah. This one is just average. So yeah, just skip that one. And then the next, let's move on to the next page, the Hawkmoon. Hipfire grip. Ooh, too heavy and hipfire. Yeah, not that good. Just skip this one. You would ideally want something like opening shot on Hawkmoon because of the rangefinder nerf these days. So let's move on to the next, Dead Man's Tale. It's a killing wind. It's okay, decent, not that overpowered and not that too broken, so it's okay. So let's move on to the armor set. It's the righteous armor set this week, so this is the Warlock, and let's see, 59 overall stats with a bit of mobility and discipline. Not that good. You can just skip this one. Let's move on to the next, the chest piece, 62 with decent resilience, recovery and intellect. Wow, that is actually really good. If you are a new player and you do not have a good chest armor, I suggest you get this one because this one is a really good one. And let's move on to the next, the helmet. 62 on helmet as well, although a bit too much mobility for my liking. So only give this if you do not have a good set. If not, you can just skip it. Let's move on to the next, the leg armor. 60 overall stat with really good resilience and discipline spike. Yeah, this is a really good PvE role, so if you do not have a good leg armor, pick this one up. If not, you can just skip it. So let's move on to the next one, the Titans. Okay, so we're back with the Titans, and let's see what armor pieces the Titans get this week. Okay, so the first one is the Gauntlet, 63 with, wow, that's a huge discipline spike, but a bit too much on the mobility as well. Mobility not a great stat for Titans, so get this one if you are making a discipline build, a grenade build. If not, you can skip it. Let's move on to the next one, the chest armor. Wow, this is a really good chest armor with 63 overall stats with 19 resilience and 19 intellect, a bit of discipline spike as well, and 11 discipline spike. Yeah, this one is really good, so if you do not have a good piece, pick this one up. Let's move on to the next one, the helmet. 58, a bit too low side, a bit on the low side, so yeah, you can just skip this one, do not get this one. Let's move on to the next one, the leg piece. 62, a good overall stat with decent resilience and discipline and intellect spike. A bit too much mobility for my liking, but well, that's what it is. So yeah, it's okay. If you do not have one, pick this one up. Let's move on to the next class, the Hunters. Okay, so we're back now with the Hunters. Let's see what Zur has for the Hunters this week. Okay, the first one is the Gauntlets with 63 overall stats. That's a really good overall stat. And with recovery, resilience, spike, and a bit on the intellect as well. This one is a good overall stat rounder, so if you do not have something like that, and if you are in need of something like that, get it. If not, you can just skip it. Let's move on to the next armor piece, the chest piece. 60 overall stat with recovery, discipline and mobility spike. This one is decent, an average roll, I'd say. So if you do not have a good chest piece, get this. If not, you can skip it. Let's move on to the next, the helmet with 61 overall stat with a really good spikes, a good spike mobility on a good mobility spike, then the resilience and the intellect. This one is a good one. If you do not have a better version, get it. If not, you can skip it. Let's move on to the next and the final piece of the day. It's the leg armor, 60 overall stat. Meh. It's okay, I guess. A bit of intellect and a bit of resilience spike, but not too spiky, so I would skip it if you have a better piece. And I guess that's it for today. And if you guys like this video, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. I put down new videos every day and every week for Zur, so that's all for today. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.